Now we're going to talk about networking, and in this section, as in some others, but more so than in the others, what you see is going to be very, very much dependent on your environment, your computer and the networks to which you are connected, and the devices that are available to you. So what I will do is do my best to show you the basic features here, and you will have to see which ones apply in your situation. The Network Preferences pane, which you're looking at here, over here at the left has a sequence of services. You can add to them or delete them here. For example, I could add another, let's say, a virtual private network. And I could add, if I want, different types of point-to-point protocol over Ethernet uses an old telephone technology that some services like America Online are using not over the telephone line, but over Ethernet. The point here is that these are all the services available that could be available to me. You'll see some of them are connected, some are not. Down here, I can set the service order. I can drag them so that we see the sequence in which I want to use them by preference. So that if, for example, I move this up here, you will see this has changed over here, and right now by preference I will be using the wired connection rather than the wireless connection. Now for most of us, what we tend to do if we have both choices is we usually prefer to use the wireless connection, but you can put it in any order that you want. The point here is that these are the different types of services that you can have, and you can configure them by selecting one of them and walking through the process. And the configuration in many cases is going to be automatic because we've come a long way now and there's a lot of what's called discovery. The computer can go out and check and see what is out there and do a lot of configuration automatically. For most people, if they buy a new computer, when you get through the basic installation process, you will be connected to the internet or to a network if you have one there. The only times in which you need to really worry about this is if your network configuration changes or if you are starting over, erasing a hard disk and doing a from scratch install, and even then you will probably be walked through the steps needed for a connection to a network or the internet. So let's take a look at some of the settings that you might have to configure.